Okay, so um, let's see if I can share. Let's see. Okay, so what is the objective for price here? What are we looking forward to? Why are we in this trade? Let me just do this here and just indicate the entry areas here so you can see where we were able to get involved. Is it too much? Let's do this. Okay, so let's move a little bit. Yeah, we're going right about here, and there, well, because of spread, you can see where it would fill you in, right? But yeah, that's where our entry is. Our SL. So now trading view puts a good SL. It is updated. There's this whole color buffer that's been put now. So at the current moment, yeah, it can be here, no problem. So try to analyze and actually talk about the objective of this trade. Why this trade, right? So this is just a test account, right? Just a test account. So yeah, what is our objective here? So we are looking forward to price actually to trade above this high here. So at least to this high, right around there. So if we can have price right there, then that would be a bad target, right? So um, let me just place the projection for today. So practically so it's best to do this in the 15 minutes. All right. Just give me a second. I want to see something here. Okay. So that's what we have here. And then is our next 18. So this is like our full day, right? So then we just have our previous day. So if we can have our previous day, that's okay. And then we we can see that our previous day that we had there, previous lows here, previous daily highs here, right? So you can see when we opened, this was in Asia, we traded above the previous daily high. We retraced back inside over, we traded back inside, right? So um, if we go to the 5 minutes, so there is two ways of trading, or two ways of go about trading what I do, right? So there is high time frame trading, low mid time frame trading, and then the low time frame trading. Low time frame trading is very aggressive, pretty much aggressive, but the mid time frame trading is a bit much better, right? So why would we put this here, or why do we put our high there, or our range, a previous daily range, where we can see our high and our low? It's just to give us the idea of the daily candle of what can we expect, or what should we, where is price currently, right? You can clearly see it opened, it traded above, came back and traded lower. So the candle, you can imagine the daily candle is is currently bearish. If we go on the daily candle, right, on daily time frame, it's currently bearish, right? So it's always good as a trader. Always want to get price at the best price, right? For example, like right now we are long, we're in longs, right? So you can see it's not so bad where we got involved compared to where we are expecting price to actually trade into. You don't need to know the whole daily bias. So you need to know, I don't want to say the daily bias. You don't need to know what's happening on the daily um, to be able to say, okay, maybe we're trading above those highs. Yeah, but if you are intraday trading or if you are day trading, practically that's not going to help you to be able to execute a trade. Your high time frame analysis is not going to help you. So being able to look at setups with with the objective of now, right, is one of the most important things that you can actually see or get. So um, let's go on the 15, right? So the 15, we are just going to have to, we're just going to divide our sessions, right? So we can divide our sessions there. These are our sessions that we have here. So we can see how our Asia was, and we can see how our London is. So we can see Asia was practically a full cycle, right? Asia had its own full cycle. You could even, if you go all the way to dividing it, you can see it was like we ranged, we expanded up, and then we retraced, right? And we ended off around there. So this is more trending. Asia was trending. London at the current moment is ranging, right? Um, we can see it's ranging. We That's our high of London, our low, and we're in between our high and our low. So we are ranging. That's where we opened. So we are ranging currently with London. So um, that's what we have here, right? So um, if we go on the 5 minutes, because this is a London setup for me. It's a London trade, and yeah, practically a London trade. So meaning intra-day trading, that I'm not going to be holding this trade longer than the session. Yeah. So um, like I highlighted, we're expecting a retracement, right? As you see, we've taken out price high here. We've taken out the previous daily high to retrace it. It doesn't mean that we are about to now go trade lower to take out the low. We need to be at at a point of interest or at an area where we need to see price arrive, right? As in, like, if this was an interesting area for us to look for price, then we probably expect a reversal. But at the current moment, we do not have. So, um, what I'm seeing here is practically our purge and reverting. Price price took out this previous low here, right? So yeah, that is our low there, and then we are coming back to take out this high here. I'm coming back to take out this high here. That's the objective of price. So yeah, so I just went on the lower time from the 5 minutes. So we go on the 5 minutes, then look for just a market structure shift. You can see that is our nice market structure shift that we have here, where we have price break there, and then we retrace back in, and then we are on our way up. This already is a good risk is to reward with where price is right now, right? It is a good risk is to reward. Stop loss is about there, and then we are targeting all the way up here, which is about a 6R, but we are currently in 4R. But this is now with your stop loss money straight moved. Let me go on the minute where I actually had executed the entry on. So the entry was actually not here because this was spread. You can see where it filled me in. Price did not trade into it, but it's saying I traded into this candle. So you can see how big the spread is. Right. So um yeah. So my entry was just about in this price action here. So you see how it's filling in here. It's just about somewhere here. My stop loss exactly here. Then my entry was just about here from this area going down. So let me just highlight it to show you just from this area here. And then, but also I needed to see a specific confirmation here in order for me to get involved here, not there. Right? I needed something for price to do in order for me to get involved here. So, and then my stop loss right about somewhere here. And then remember, we also do have our OTE, right? If we take our high and our low, you can see where are we? We are also in our, we're having our OTE entry, the optimum trade entry as well. So clean, simple, and not that complicated, right? So yeah, if we look at that trade, is it's a nice 4R at the current moment. Um, would not expect any major retracements, so even putting the stop loss to just above break even is okay. With the spread of this paper trading account with where it is, if it does have a trade like there, it will probably be negative because the spread is way more, right? So you just gotta be able to see that. So objective is for price to actually arrive here. That's where we'll actually be out, or when we'll be out of trade. So what is the objective of these live streams? Right, it is to, I was actually supposed to have started in London, but Take Profit Trader has been giving a bit of an issue. I was trying to purchase accounts of support, of contacted support, and I'm just looking forward to their response now. Then but the goal um, is to trade this account live, right? And um, show every trade, and also not just every trade, but how the management is being implemented, right? The risk management and the trade management is being implemented, and just sticking to those rules, right? With the objective to secure the first payout, right? So as you can see, this is price shooting up. So yes, so with that, it will allow us to be able to just to show that it's actually possible to trade and be profitable while following your trading plan and your risk management. So why a live stream? Well, at the same time, it's also for accountability purposes, right? On my side, um, but um, overall, it is to just be able to secure it, to pass the account and secure the live account, at, well, at least the funded account um, with Take Profit Trader, and all the way to their best payout, right? So um, yeah, yeah. With this price action, at the current moment, we could even move our stop loss maybe just to this high here. That wouldn't be bad, right? We are managing it to the high. I think this high is too close, but also maybe even above here it wouldn't be much of a problem because we're not expecting a major retracement at any point right now. So I think this is okay where it is there. Otherwise, there is also uh, so my trading, how does it? It's two parts, right? It's first mechanical, and then or my trading approach is mechanical, and then discretionary. And I feel it should be like that for every trader. We don't need to be um, fixated on the idea of that price should arrive at this specific area. It can, right? That's okay. But I think even if it always does, I think it's always good to be out in a trade just before the trade hits. This is for many reasons, right? The first reason could be not being filled, right? Price actually, or maybe the trade, the broker that you're using, or whatever platform, even if it's Profans, but the broker that they are using to be able um, to execute trades, price may not trade there, right? According to the way they present their price action, um, price may not trade there. That's one. Two, maybe spread. Three, I think it is also an opportunity to exercise all the time, being content and knowing when to actually go out of a trade, right? Or being not just to go out of a trade, but to say I have had enough. This is what I want from the market, or this is what the market is giving me, and I'm going to choose to take that. So, um, where is it mechanical? It's mainly mechanical from the beginning, right? Which is that includes the entry, right? The factors of confluence is the setup itself, right, of getting into a trade, and then that's why it's mechanical all the way into the execution of the trade until we arrive um, 80% of the trade, right? So what does that mean? So for example, we see this is about uh, the 7.29R, right? Just to say 7.3R. So it being a 7.3R setup, what um, what we need to do is to take 80% of 7.3, right? Um, Pull up my calculator here. So 7.3 minus 20%. So it is 5.8. So meaning if you have your 5.8 highlighted, it's 5.8, which is about somewhere here. Yeah, about somewhere there. I'm just gonna put it lower there. That's where this is way now. Um, from this level here, we know that this is where our 80% is, right? 80% of the trade, 80%, right, of the trade. Knowing that this is where our 80% of the trade is, what it does is it allows us to say, okay, out of 7R of the trade, from this point, this is where we become discretionary, meaning we can now choose to either move our stop loss even a bit closer, or we can choose to say we can go out of the trade, right? We are happy with what we have, we can go out of the trade, or we can choose to say um, um, I'll remain, right, in the trade. So why is it a choice, or why is that one of the options, or why is one of the options? Is because if you highlighting it is you being conscious and being present enough for you to say, um, I'm going to stay in the trade, right? So, which is good. Instead of this is what mitigates would have, should have, and all of those things, right? And also just being a victim to whatever can happen um, regarding the broker or the market that you are specifically trading at the time, right? Or even if, let's say, you are not aware of an economic event, which is not supposed to be the case, because that is supposed to be something you've secured, knowing when to trade and when not to trade, right? If it's an economic event, um, and then it happens that price trades lower, right, impulsively, you should know, you should know that you should not have any surprises, or even if it is going to trade up, because I believe news does not change the direction, but what does it do? It speeds up what was going to take place, right, in a specific period of time, right? So even if it does uh, buy quickly because of whatever platform you're trading with, it could be your problem that says you shouldn't be trading with news, right? Um, if they are saying that, meaning you should, or they say at least, okay, some just say don't even trade news, right? Some say you should have maybe a swing account that's able to hold news, right? And all those things don't matter. Some may say you should be in a trade 5 minutes before or 5 minutes after. So, or before the news, right? You should exit 5 minutes after. So, what comes interesting now is you were in the trade 5 minutes before, right? For sure, but um, price quickly trading above your high or your low, or your target. I mean, right? Quickly trading to your target will reach your TP in a few minutes, in a few seconds, let me say. So meaning now you end up being forced to remain 4 more minutes, or if it's some say 10 minutes, so 9 more minutes inside the trade, just because of the rule of don't trade before news, right? So it's always good to um, be aware of all those miscellaneous things that can take place. For me, I feel like with my trading career, I'm literally having to go through every challenge that there is to in order to be able to like all the like the rest of like in order for me to understand the platform, so that yes, you could take it. There's two ways of taking it. You could take it by saying, um, I'm not happy with. You could say maybe, yeah, why is it happening to me? Why is it happening to me? But I think all of these things, it's good for them to happen to you at an early stage. Well, even though I've been in the industry for about 4 years, I still consider it, um, um, because consider it early, because I'm looking forward to trade to still trading more than 4 years from the time which I've started, right? So what that does is it allows you to prepare. You don't want to be experiencing all of these things while you now have big funds that you're trading, or um, or accounts that you're managing, whatever it is, or whatever the case is at the time. So eh, that's where now the mechanical part comes. The mechanical parts steps aside, and then the discretionary comes. Like I said, always good to, for me, how I think it's always good to be part of a trade, so that you can mitigate all of these things. But even though going through these things as well, these rejections, I'm not going to say it's just a rejection, but this pullback, or instead of calling it a pullback, it could even be a reversal. Price could even now end up going to trade lower, right? Being able to go through such challenges, it allows you to be able to follow and face all the and know that it's about the process, right? How price delivers. If again, before you even execute a trade, you should have tested, you should have collected data on the setup that you're trading, and know probably 5 or 6 potential ways it could still arrive at your target. If one of them amongst the 5 that you have is it having a pullback, that'll be okay. and maybe the pullback could be a pullback, really a pullback, or it could be a reversal, right? It could be literally a reversal. So, um, hence it's always good to manage your trade. Um, I started talking about this a bit later, all right? Otherwise, that is where we were supposed to be, um, to have managed to trade. But again, even if managing a trade, or you have actually the strategy moves from it being um, from mechanical to discretionary, um, choosing to stay in is one of those choices as well. And we will take it as one of those things that we had to implement today. We have managed to trade, we've put it there. So we will see how the outcome of this goes. But however, um, this is one of the key things I want to mention about trading, which is whatever outcome that you have of the market, it's literally the market showing you what I'm gonna say. It's showing you, it's giving you the holy grail. Let me say, it's showing you what to work on. It's literally indicating what challenges that you may have and what you should work on, right? So um, we just have to allow ourselves to be able to see. Okay, I was just checking this on the phone to see how is the quality looking, because I see it was 480 here, and I don't think this quality is actually as good as I would have liked it to be. Yeah, I think it's as good as I would like it to be. So, okay, at least this is more of a test, but it's our first. It will it will get better. It will get better for sure. It will get better for sure. 720. Okay, just see how after this session, I would like to see how I can uh, maybe if I can improve the quality settings of this stream. Right. I don't think it's as bad as it is, but as it can be. But um, I think it can be better. Definitely better than how it is currently. So okay, okay. Mm, okay, okay. No, we'll definitely improve on on the on the quality. I mean, you can actually see price action, so yeah, I don't think that bad. Okay, so you see, it looks like we've been stopped out at a good. Let's see where we put our. It's about there. So 1:1. So practically, it's your plus for your next trade, right? Yeah, 1:1, not bad, not bad. After managing and making peace with with the opportunity to become discretionary at that point. So I had this in mind, and let's see if I had something else. Oh, so I want to show you. Oh, yeah, I want to show you the implementation of what I was actually talking about before we. Let me see if I can share the screen here. Let's see. So remember the 80%, right? So now this will share screen. Let's see. We're just getting used to this here. Where is it? Is it this one? Uh, is it showing? Okay. Give me a second. Let's see. I can share this screen here better. Because this is where I actually implemented the 80% rule. So let's see. This not reload this page because OBS seems like it's not picking it up. Reload. Do this here. It's easier if I do this. Yeah. Do that. Come here. And then, I think you can see my screen now. You can see my screen. Let's see. This would cross to be more. Oh, yes. Yeah. So, do you see entry being there? You can see where my entry was, and you can see the implementation of. I know it was supposed to be above somewhere here, but yeah, this is where I had not calculated at that time. But you can see the actual implementation of it. This is on the setup here, right? So you can see we're able to execute there, go out here. So those are one of the most key and important things to actually see and implement, because you are seeing how we were able to get in the trade at our reversal area and also be able to exit at a point where we are at peace. Even if it pulls back and comes back and trades higher, you should be content with that, right? So that's a nice 5 hour for London. I don't think I would expect too much from. Let me see if I can swap the screen for. It's definitely gonna get better. This is like the first live stream, right? So it's going to get better for sure. Oh yes. So now this is the screen that we were looking at. Yeah, this was the. Let's see. I think this was the screen we were looking at. Yeah. This is something with MQ because I wanted to see. Yeah, this was what we had what we were looking at. So I think this is even much good, which is good. Showed you two outcomes of the discretionary, right? When it reaches 80%, which was there, you can choose to go out, right? That's where the strategy moves from being mechanical to discretionary, right? All the way from the entry to 80% of the trade, right? So if we chose to say we are going to stay, what did we do? Like you saw us do in real time, we moved our stop loss from where it was to in profits, right? Which was just below there. I think it will show where we exited, just below there. That's the one outcome. The second outcome is once it arrives there, you say, all right, I am going to choose to what? To say I will okay, see if it's gonna show now. Something up in the I'm gonna choose to say one price to like I said, it will definitely get better. It'll improve for sure. So let's see if it's going to show you. But yeah, I think for London, we'll end it here, and then we'll see what New York will have. Hopefully, Take Profit Trader would have responded at that time, but Yeah, this is this was good. This was actually good. Okay.